Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to install the rear highway bars on my Indian Chieftain Dark Horse. I'm going to walk you guys through this step by step. It's a fairly easy process and it shouldn't take too terribly long. So let's get started. To perform this entire installation, all you need are three things. Number one, your rear set of highway bars. Number two, a ratchet. In this case, my ratchet is a 3/4 drive. And then you'll need this, a hex head, preferably one that matches your ratchet set. My ratchet and the hex head are 3/4 drives. And this is a 6mm. This is all you need to take off the old Indian panel covers, which are right here. And then there's one right here down low. We'll take those off using this head, and then we will install our rear highway bars. Now, I did not get the Indian brand highway bars. I got my bars from a company called TCMT. Indian wanted $309 for theirs, and TCMTs were $75. Solid steel, just as good, if not better than Indians, because these, they at least claim, are made in America. So, I'm going to throw a link to those in the description for those of you who are interested. I got them on Amazon, and you guys can just head on over there from the link in my description. But they are exactly the same as Indians. They look the same type of bolts, same everything. Just save you guys a lot of money. So now we're going to take our side panel covers off and get these installed. Okay, so now that we have our side panel covers off, we're going to go ahead and line up our rear highway bar. We're going to use the exact same driver, the 6mm head that we used to take the covers off, to install our highway bar. The highway bar has one end that has two, like a triangle, and one end that just has a single hole, kind of like an iron. And it's going to line up with that single hole in the bottom, and the two up top, just like so. So now that we have the bolts in just kind of finger tight, what we're going to do is actually remove our Indian saddlebags, because they are kind of in the way of us being able to use our ratchet to tighten these bolts down. So to remove our saddlebag, we're simply going to pop this side panel off of the bike, and then we are going to disconnect our electronic locking saddlebags right there from the electrical system on the bike, pop our levers up, and then go ahead and lift the entire saddlebag right off of the bike. Now that the saddlebag is out of the way, we can use our ratchet to tighten down those bolts and get this rear highway bar firmly situated in place. Now, for those of you who are wondering about the torque specifications of these bolts, nowhere in the Indian service manual does it give a torque specification for the rear highway bars. Not that I could find, and I searched it high and low. And I also did not receive a set of instructions with these rear highway bars on what to torque them to. And seeing that the Indian service manual doesn't even list a torque specification for their own rear highway bars, I'm working under the assumption of snug it down nice and tight, and I really don't think it's going to come off. Famous last words, right? You want to be very careful as you tighten down these bolts the last bit of the way with your ratchet around the highway bar that you don't scratch the paint. I haven't yet, but it could be very easy to do. And with that, the highway bar is on. I can practically lift the bike off its stand with that. It's nice and secure. So let's go ahead and get the other side installed, and then we'll get our side panels back on, our saddlebags back on, and we will be all set. And these are the 4 cover pieces that we took off the bike. Make sure you hang on to those and the bolts, put them in a safe place in case you ever want to take the highway bars off and put those back on the bike. And there we have it. We have our rear highway bars successfully installed. They look great. They have a flat black finish rather than gloss, so they match the bike even better than the front highway bars do from Indian. That flat black finish makes them look really good. I may at some point get a set of darker bolts so it's not just those chrome bolts sticking out, make it look more black and more finished with the bike. But for now, the bike has chrome accents and the bolts look like a nice chrome finish on them, even though they're probably just good stainless steel. But either way, it looks good. Take a look around the other side. Looks good, doesn't interfere with our passenger pegs in the least. And that's the full install, guys. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. That lets me know you guys like the channel and what I'm doing. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It's the big red button. It says subscribe. Pretty hard to miss. Until next time, y'all, be careful out there. Ride safe, ride on. I'll catch y'all later.